Welcome Pisces, this is your July 27th to August 2nd weekly forecast, and for you we have two transits that are going to be highlighted for you, starting with Venus in Cancer, and that's going to be on July 31st. It enters Cancer, and then we have the moon being trine Pluto in Aquarius on July 28th through July 29th, and these transits are going to highlight your love and spirituality. So emotional sensitivity is going to deepen, and you're being guided to really let your spirit guide the healing process for you. And I want to see what else you have going on here as a focus. Okay, so we do have you needing to take some time for yourself, so get those self-care practices in. Like we always promote that here, whatever that means for you, whether it's just getting more sleep or doing anything that's really going to make yourself feel good. But I'm also going to call out the meditation because that's what I'm hearing that needs to be mentioned here. We also have the Magician here, so this is also you maybe placing more of a focus on trying to get all your sort of ducks in a row or get things organized and really recognize the gifts and the talents that you do have within you. So whatever this is that you're working through, whether it is increasing your spirituality, expanding your consciousness, or working on your relationship with your partner here, there are some tools, some talents that you do have, some skills that you do have that are going to be the focus here. So if you're able to figure out what those things are, like you may be a deeply feeling, intuitive type of soul. So maybe there's a way that you can connect with that energy to help you to process any contrasts or challenges that do come up. So you may also be in your mind a little bit here with the King of Swords and wanting some clarity, and those self-care practices are going to lead you to that. So you taking the time to meditate, to do any other practice, journaling is even coming up here, working out, exercising, again, whatever feels good to you is really going to help lead to that clarity that you've been seeking. So let's also look at, well, since we're on love, let's get some oracles here. So we have some strings attached here. And so this could be a variety of different things going on here. But like we said, there may be this focus, a little bit of contrast that comes up to where you're trying to figure out, like, what is the best approach that I should have to work through these things with my partner here. I also feel like this could be related to maybe some connection, some, I don't know how else to say it, but soul ties, cords, yes, that's what I wanted to say. So there may be like some cord cutting ceremonies that may be prevalent to you, or some cord cutting that may need to get done here, but there's a really strong indication here, and I want to start looking at challenges here that are going to come up. So I feel like that's more aligned with some challenges. So are there things, is there energy that is really no longer useful to you, no longer helpful to you, that you're continuing to rebuild from the past that needs to be let go of? So that is a question for you, and for some of you there absolutely is. So it is time to start cutting those cords. Okay, what else do we have here? We have effort here. Okay, so give me some clarity on that. Queen of Swords. Okay. All right. So there may also need to be some clarity with the universe here, with your intuition, with your higher self, on what it is that you are truly desiring. Because I feel like I'm hearing like you may want something in particular, and it may not even be about like the individual or the person. It's about like the outcome that you want. For instance, and this is just an example, like you may want to be married, and it's not, you may be trying to sort of push and force in that direction with your partner. So it's not necessarily about this partner, it's about you just wanting to be married here. So you're just being guided here to clarify with the universe, with your higher self, what your intentions are and what it is that you're truly desiring and wanting. Because excuse me, It may be not necessarily clear, and it may not be coming out the way that you're intending it to. So it may be looking like to the universe, which is mirroring back to you everything that you're doing and the energy that you're in. And that may be why things are a little convoluted, and why you do need to take that extra time to just clear your space, clear your energy, cut the cords, and then figure out what it is you're intending and desiring. Okay, so yeah, this is bringing truth and clarity of the mind to you this week. Okay, and again, these may come up as challenges for you, so that's why you have this information, and you also have the ability to go within to find just underneath the surface what's really truly going on. So where else? Let's see. Let's look at underlying issues here. So the Tower. So change and transformation needs to happen, and that is what we said from the beginning here about you really needing to let go of just anything. It's an old story. It doesn't align with who you are anymore. You deserve so much better, so much greater. An individual that's giving you the same exact things that you are giving out. Remember that law of reciprocity, the reciprocation there. You deserve all of those things. You deserve all the great, wonderful, amazing things that you want and desire, but you don't necessarily expect that or set that as an expectation, because you may not be receiving that at this time. But it is about, again, going back to what is the priority for you? What is it that you're desiring? And that may require some transformation and change. And I'm also hearing that if you don't execute that change and transformation with the Tower here, it's going to come from the divine. So the divine is like, no worries, Pisces. If you are not able to do this, we're going to do this so that we can truly bring you the blessings that you are intended to have. Okay. All right, let's see what else here. Okay, and some of you do have a fear of letting the divine guide you, letting yourself be guided, because you know that it is going to result in the dissipation of the illusion around you. And that means letting go of individuals that do not have your best interest in mind. This can also be organizations. This can also be strategies, negative thought patterns, beliefs, employment situations, whatever it is. And we're really focused more on the love and spiritual advancement here. But, you know, this can be applied to different situations and scenarios. So you may have this fear of just allowing yourself to totally release and let life flow through you. And as a part of that process, it is going to let things go and remove things that aren't for you and that aren't for your highest good. Okay, so let's see, what else do we have here? Let's look at your beliefs here. We have Six of Cups. So you may be really focused on wanting just a happy, fulfilled home life where there's a strong financial foundation, there's a strong love that exists there, and it's healthy love. So that doesn't mean like perfect. That means healthy, that there's discussions, there's contrasts, there's challenges, but you're able to overcome that. And you're also able to grow individually and together. So we see what this is here, and you are giving everything to it. You are giving everything that you have to this situation, this scenario, this individual, this person, this partnership, whatever it is. And it may even for some of you be just an idea of an expectation that you're wanting. It could even be that with all of these swords here, okay? But this is you giving your all and truly believing that that is the only key. And that's not the only key to the puzzle, because I'm hearing so strongly of what you deserve. And for some of you, it's way more than what you're accepting. Okay. All right, and again, if this doesn't resonate with you, then just skip over it, and there may be other areas in your life that you can apply this to. There's also, I'm going to do a monthly as well for August. So if this just doesn't align, then check out the monthly or check out your rising sign or other strong placements as well. All right, so we're going to look at your approach here. So we have Judgment here, and you are trying to be the bigger person. You're trying to make things work. Like you're putting in the effort here, and some of you be wondering why, like, why isn't this working out? Why isn't this going in the direction that I am desiring? Because I'm giving everything. I'm giving my all. And it is because things may not be balanced here, and that you don't deserve to be in a situation where things are not balanced, where that law of reciprocity is not happening here. So let's look at your external environment. So we do have work. So work may be a component of this, where someone may be very much focused on work, and that may be an issue or a challenge that may be part of what's going on here. This can also indicate that it is going to take significant amount of work here for this to work out for what you're expecting or desiring. That may be something that is going to require so much more work than you just have the effort or the energy to put into it. And if it's not happening yet here, because we're saying here and we're seeing that you are putting in the effort, you are doing the work, you're doing your part, but it's like for this to actually like end up where you're trying to take it, it's going to take so much more. It's going to take so much more here. Okay. Let's see. I want to get a couple oracles here. So we have repressed shadow, with it being time to explore your shadow, and you also needing solitude here. So that little those quiet times that you can take by stepping away. We talked about meditation earlier. We talked about also those self-care practices. I mean, it's coming up right here. You cannot make this up. Okay. We also have you as a powerful star, allowing the sun to touch your skin and feeling its power flowing into your spirit. And that really aligns with the original advice of allowing your spirit to guide you and to heal you this week. So do your self-care practices. And if you feel like you need to do that before you do make any decisions, or you do have any discussions here that you may want to have, then absolutely do that. Do what feels good to you. And it may be like just taking a little bit of breather, like, yeah, thank you for the information. I know I have some thinking to do here. It may be that type of situation or scenario here. So you have to do what's in your heart and what feels good to you. So if you do feel like you need to have that little bit of a breather, you need to think things through a little bit more, then absolutely do that. Okay. So let's see, let's move to guidance. And I'm going to get, you know what, I'll do these hearts last, so let's go here. Well, you know what, let's go here. Let's get some tarot. So we have the Two of Cups. Okay. Okay, so for some of you, you may actually meet someone. Okay. All right, and I'm just giggling because I'm like, oh no, that for some of you, that might complicate the situation here. But yeah, there may be someone that comes into your energy here that's like, look, you know, they're going to be a very viable type of, you know, partner that you're going to think twice about what's going on in your situation and like what path do you really want for yourself here. So that may be a possibility. And I'm going to get a couple oracles here, because what is this person like? Ooh, okay. So they can, on a lower vibration, be a little narcissistic. So you have to pay attention to that. And also that's bringing the message up here that the grass isn't always greener on the other side. So they may show you a particular side of them and you be thinking like, oh, this is a viable option here. But then as you get to know them, other things may come out and you may find that maybe they're not aligned with you either. So this person could be a tomboy, they could be from another country, maybe have an imperfect smile, they will be sensitive or emotional, and they can also be generous as well. So there's a little bit of up and down qualities here we see with this person, so you absolutely would have to decide on your own if this person is for you. We also have the Nine of Cups here with some wish fulfillment here. Okay, so I would say to definitely, I feel like the biggest message that I'm hearing here right now is like, just take that moment. Take the moment. We saw the Hermit come out before, and this is really that moment of like just peace and tranquility and calm, so that you can truly decide what it is that you want to do. Because I feel like I said, you may be presented with a particular option that's coming through to you, and you may find that like, okay, yeah, that's not it either. That's not necessarily what I want either. Okay. What else? What else? So we have the Seven of Pentacles. Okay. So just know that whatever path you choose, there is inspired effort on that path. There's inspired action. There's inspired work that will be done here, and that's nothing to shy away from. That's nothing to be afraid of, because that is why you came here, to have these experiences, to learn and to grow and to learn the lessons that you designed for yourself to learn. Again, it's just a matter of what lessons do you want to learn here. Because some of you may decide that like, okay, yeah, this is a little too much. I ain't willing to put in all that extra effort and time into this. And others of you will decide like, you know what, this is my person. I know that this is my person. And, we will work together and collaborate on the things that we both need and want out of this relationship. And we'll work towards that. Okay. So there's no wrong choice here. No wrong answer. What else? So we have the Ten of Swords here. You may, either you have the opportunity to do this, or you will go ahead and do this and release any burdens as a part of the process. Allow yourself to identify new strategies, new ideas. Okay. All right, so this, I feel like there's something new here that's starting up. So it's either like a new person, and you could not be in a relationship or situation and this be coming to you. So this could still resonate as well. So just be mindful of that. But if you are, you may be deciding here like, okay, let's start over. Let's kind of just throw everything away and just restart. We're not going to focus on, the 10 issues or the 10 things that I want to talk about, or the 10 things you have on your list. We're going to just decide like, okay, moving forward, this is how we're going to love each other. This is how we're going to show up for each other. And you may decide that that is the plan for you and your partner. So that's also possible here. And that is going to require that release of burdens, that release of any negative energies, situations, scenarios, beliefs that you defined here. It's really going to need like a release of the past and letting the past go. Okay, so let's see, give me one more here and then we'll get some oracles. So we have the Queen of Pentacles here. Okay, so as a part of this process, and we did say that there is a financial component here, so someone may decide that they're not going to work as much, or they're going to like shift those efforts, that focus into the family, and really focus on creating a strong family foundation in all aspects, not just the relationship, but also the finances, the spirituality as well. So it could be that type of situation where you are wanting and working on building the home and working on the relationship within the home. Okay. Okay. And for some of you, nature may play a part here. So you may find that, taking walks outside or exercising with the family outside or sitting out in the park or having picnics or whatever it is that, again, those self-care practices that you do or those date nights that you do with your partner, in incorporating nature in some way with that. And strongly, I'm hearing water, the water component. So the beach, the lake, your pool, whatever, in whatever way that resonates, that may be something that helps you to sort of release and to really focus on moving forward here. So if you are able to incorporate nature in some way with your relationship, that may be helpful to you. Okay. All right, Pisces. So those are the messages I have for you. Thank you so much for watching and have a great week.